So, Netflix / Breaking Bad. This episode, this is a weird anomaly. A lot of people grilled me hard on it, saying this is not a game, it's not worthy of a completionist episode. But we were kind of in a tight spot because Greg was getting married, it was the holidays, we hadn't really had a break, so we wanted to do a fun little episode with the manpower that we had for the show. The Crash Bandicoot episode, Crash Bandicoot 2, the guys who continue joked that I should complete Breaking Bad because it was such a great show, and I thought that'd be such a funny thing to do. The thing is, though, is that I'm not a film critic. I have a film background, a film analysis background, and production background, and I like to separate my film experience from my gaming experience as much as I can, with the exception of Final Fantasy VII Month. But I thought it was really funny, so I took the opportunity to do that, and so I can't really tell you how much time it took because obviously it's just a TV show. So I don't know, 4 seasons worth, I think, at the time when this video came out. I think season 5, half it was airing, so not all of season 5 was out yet, and you'll actually hear me talk about that a little bit. This is actually the first episode where you actually see Sunder. Jimmy is in this episode. It's the first episode he appears in as himself, as the intern, and our old intern Tyler, who's a great guy. You guys get to see him get murdered from me, Proxy, snapping his neck, and Jimmy's neck for that matter too. So obviously with film footage, you can get very heavily copywritten and written up on YouTube for using gameplay and movie footage especially. We didn't get flagged for any film footage. We actually got flagged for music, for the Spanish Heisenberg theme that's created for Breaking Bad. So that's been changed. The end card's a little different, but the episode's still the same. You know, hey, YouTube copyright content ID is a very scary system that still needs a lot of work, and it's forcing guys like me to kind of creatively think outside the box, even more so than what we think we're already doing. What else more can I say about Breaking Bad? It's a great show. If you haven't watched it, you should. If you're young, don't watch it. Wait till you're older. It's a fun little joke episode. And I think it was a nice little break for us. Greg was on his honeymoon. He was getting married, so that's a thing. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy Breaking Bad, and we'll see you next week. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show of Breaking Bad and other stuff. Yeah. Yes!
Breaking Bad, The Rise of Heisenberg.
Welcome to the apocalyptic episode of The Completionist. And yes, today, guys, is the end of the world, supposedly, but that don't mean we're gonna stop rocking. Happy holidays to everyone out there in the YouTube land. We got your Kwanzaa, and your Hanukkah, and your holidays, and your Christmas, and your Jehovah's Witnesses. But enough about the end of the world. Before Greg went to go get married and be happy and not leave me alone, he gave me the gift of Netflix, which is this app on my PS3 and my Xbox and my Wii and Wii U that apparently, and my iPhone, that I can play games all the time from these apps. So I'm excited. I completed Netflix, and I remember Nick Murphy from Continue was like, you should complete Breaking Bad. So I did research on it. Turns out that's a game on Netflix. So here we go. Nick Murphy, Continue. Happy Jehovah's Witness days. Have you guys heard of the robot Mayans? I'm pretty sure they're coming soon. The robot Mayans. It's a thing. It's a thing.
No, it's not.
Shut up.
Breaking Bad. I have heard so many people tell me about how good this game is, but for whatever reason, everyone I talk to says that there's nearly 5 years worth of content. How the hell am I supposed to complete this game? Wait, do you guys hear that? That's right. Absolutely nothing. There's no Greg to say, but Beardman. Now with Greg out of the way, I can do the intro of the show just like all the kids want me to.
Yes! Yes!
Walter White is a washed-up chemistry teacher from New Mexico. He's your typical family man with a stay-at-home wife and a teenager son who unfortunately is afflicted with cerebral palsy. Walter tirelessly works to provide for his family, even going so far as getting a second job as a car wash cashier to help with the mortgage. Our story begins with Walter standing in the middle of the desert road, wearing nothing but a dress shirt and tidy whities. With a crashed RV and sirens becoming louder, you are given the sense that something illegal has most likely gone down. Cut to the start screen. This game jumps straight into it, no option to press start or even change the settings, and before I even know it, I'm already watching the opening cutscene. Throughout the story, Walter discovers that he actually has been diagnosed with lung cancer, and he decides to partner up with a past student of his, Jesse Pinkman, to cook methamphetamines, or meth for those of you who don't know. He cooks meth because he knows it's the only secure way he can provide enough money for his family for when he's gone. The characters are fantastic and everybody feels realistic and gritty. The voice actors did a great job of portraying the feelings of their characters. Walter's progression as a character through the twists and the turns of the story feels human and real, and you experience the hardships that he and his family go through. Walter and Jesse both have villains to face off against. There's Walter's brother-in-law in the DEA, the other meth cooks, and even the infamous drug dealer Tuco. The all-timer logic-driven Walter and the street kid wannabe gangster Jesse actually complement each other very well, making for great back-and-forth scenes and tons of dramatic tension. These well-written characters really work hard to drive the story forward, and through the evolution of playing this game, you'll see Walt go from Walter White into drug aficionado Heisenberg. This game is brought to us by up-and-coming game developer Bethesda, who is best known for games such as Vince Gilligan's Island and the Prison Break series. Bethesda has been known to create games that start out with their characters breaking out of prison. Breaking Bad, however, was handled a little differently. At first, I was presented with a relatively short game, with only 40 to 50 minutes of content. With Netflix, I must have been playing the Game of the Year edition, each which included all 4 DLC packs, which contained about 12 to 14 hour-long chapters of additional content. If you had been a fan of the game from the beginning, rumor has it that you apparently had to pay a monthly fee to companies like Time Warner or Verizon in order to get your weekly DLC consumption. It's kind of a lowball if you ask me. The graphics in Breaking Bad are quite literally beyond words. We all knew the PS3 was a beast, but I never thought in a million years that they would look this realistic. Bethesda's AMC Story Matters engine made some huge promises at E3 in June, and boy does it deliver in seamless 24 frames per second 1080p. The textures are almost undetectable. I've never seen more realistic lighting, and the particle effects are numerous and seamless that you don't even realize what you're looking at is a game most of the time. More than once, I found myself believing that Albuquerque, New Mexico was a real place that I could actually go and visit someday. With console graphics this flawless, I can't even begin to imagine how good this would look on the PC. I touched briefly on this earlier, but the audio not only measures up to the graphics, it sometimes even goes beyond them in terms of pure impressive quality. Every last voice actor is fantastic, almost as if they become the characters themselves, to deliver these amazing performances. And the fact that they were able to secure a famous actor like Bryan Cranston for a video game, it's stunning on its own accord. Hell, they even got the one general from Starship Troopers. I mean, that guy's probably busy. I mean, Starship Troopers was an amazing piece of cinema. Rico's Roughnecks! Hell yeah! Bethesda also took a page out of Beyond Two Souls' book by digitizing each of the actors' actual physical features and likeness, and using their actual mocap performances to animate the characters on screen. It's a risky move for sure, but Bethesda really pulled out all the stops and delivered it in a great way. With all of this interesting story and wonderful graphics, the dynamicness of Breaking Bad all comes down to the lack of gameplay mechanics. That's because there's only one button to press, the start button. Ladies and gentlemen, this is quite possibly the world's most easy game. No grinding, no decisive choices. You just press the start button. The least they could have done is added a QuickTime event when Walt murders someone. So you've pressed the start button several times.
Good job.
If you fully completed Breaking Bad, you actually have the ability to cook meth. And all you need to do is get some chemicals and get a defibrillator You know what? Screw it. Just grab some Rice Krispie treats and some frosting and go to town. And you can sell it for like $400 to your kid down the street who just wants to play Mario all day, and you're over it.
Breaking Bad is one hell of a game. It's got great story, the fascinating character known as Heisenberg. You also got an amazing presentation. This thing just looks lifelike. If this was the last thing I'm going to see on the planet today, I am so excited for how long gaming has come along. And the gameplay does kind of suck, but you know what? In the end, you're going to learn to cook meth. And that's a pretty viable resource, guys. With that in mind, I give this game my completionist rating of...
Whoa! Gerard, stop. You're gonna screw up your entire career with this.
Guys, this is Tyler the intern.
Hi, how you doing? Hi, Internet.
You got 3 seconds to explain why you ruined this take.
Netflix isn't a game. Netflix is a movie app. You've been watching a TV show this entire week. I've been doing nothing. You've been watching it.
Murder in the Intern. It.
That's all time we have for today, guys, so please, as always, leave your positive and negative comments in the box below. Don't forget to leave your suggestions for the future of the show. Not films, not TV shows. Please, we're talking games. Or end up like this guy on the floor.
I didn't even recommend it.
Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go eat some meth covered in Rice Krispie treats.
How's it going, Gerard? Oh, hey, filming. Oh. Come on, you killed Tyler! Bro!
You have 5 seconds to explain why you ruined this take.
Now I'm gonna have to
5,
cut together the timeline,
4,
balance the sound.
3,
you know how much of a problem this
2,
is? Oh, he made
1.
my life so much easier.
Say my name!
Completionberg.
You damn right! Ugh. You know, we've learned a lot here on the show today, guys. The moral of the story is, don't do meth and then murder your interns. Also praise the Robot Minds.